Hello, hello, and happy Tuesday, January 28th. I am so happy to be coming live to you today. I look forward to coming on, especially on Tuesdays when it's Training Tuesdays. Very super excited for today's topic. As you can see in the notes, it's inner villain or inner hero, why it's super important for you to make a choice. Now, it's essential for our emotional well-being to achieve self-awareness around our emotions so we make better decisions on how we respond when we are triggered based on how we're feeling. Now, achieving self-awareness, though, means taking time to really getting to know who you are, being open to change because change is inevitable, and embracing that pivoting may be part of the process. In fact, it's also a piece of the process that we oftentimes resist along with change. Hello, I'm Leslie Gadet, and I'm an empowerment coach. I help my clients achieve self-awareness around their emotions so that they can handle the triggers, manage their emotions, and live a more positive life. Now, if you are new to my lives, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you've been following me for a while, I just want to say welcome back. And thank you all so much for your support because I really, truly appreciate you. So as I said, today is Training Tuesday, and I want to talk to you about self-talk, more specifically, inner villain or inner hero, and why it's important for you to make a choice. But before I get started, let me explain quickly what this is that I have behind me. I call it the triggers cycle. This is something that's on repeat every single day. As you can see, I've written in the middle, our emotional cycle on repeat. If you are thinking that, no, this is something that only happens to you once in a while, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you actually do go through this every single day if you're aware of it or not. So what is this? Well, triggers. They're an event that happens, something happens in your life that will evoke an emotion, something how you will feel around something that happened. What will happen based on that trigger, whatever that is, it's going to fuel that emotion. When that emotion is fueled, that's going to drive the response, meaning what you say and what you do when you are emotionally triggered for whatever that event is. And what that will in turn do, provide you with a reward. Now, as you can see over here, I've written positive or negative. So the positive reward is this. You understand what triggers are. You understand what your triggers are and how you emotionally show up when something happens. And you are able to make better decisions on how you react and the things that you say and you do. And so that allows you to stay more focused and present in your current life. You're able to deal with whatever it is that comes at you immediately, work on it, work through it, let it go and move on. You're present in your life. Now, the negative piece to that is you don't understand that you're being emotionally triggered, or if you do, you don't understand how to get yourself out of it. So you end up saying or doing something that you will oftentimes regret. And once you've had time to cool off and go back and think about it, that someone either got hurt or maybe you did something to undermine what you've been working on, whether it's in life, whether it's in business, whatever that is, you will then have to try to go back and mend that. And so that is what will happen, is that you will have to be 1 foot in the past, going back always to fix this piece of how you showed up. And so you're not fully present what's happening now. You're not able to make those quick decisions that are more manageable, you're more focused and positive. And instead, you're just saying what you say, doing what you do, and you fix it later. But again, what that's doing to you is keeping 1 foot in the past, meaning if you're always looking over your shoulder to go back and fix something that you've said or done, now you can't be focused fully in your life, what's happening today, right? And on top of that, you have no real ability to focus on what's next, like to even think about, okay, what's next? Because you're totally focused on what's happened already, having to go back and fix it. And if you're one person that lets this rule your life, you're always going to be living with 1 foot in the past. So again, trigger is an event that evokes an emotion, fuels it. Your emotion is then, it drives your response in the actions, whatever you say or you do. And then that reward is positive or negative. So now that you understand a little bit about what triggers are, let's get to today's topic. Inner villain or inner hero. Who are you listening to? It's important that you know which voice has the most power over your life. It's important because that voice is going to determine how you show up every day. And it's also going to determine how you navigate this cycle when you're emotionally triggered. So let's talk about the inner villain for a minute and some questions you might be asking yourself. Okay, who is my inner villain? Well, your inner villain is your negative self-talk, that voice in your head that's always not enough, you're not able to, you can't. And you're probably wondering, how did my inner villain get so powerful and that my negative self-talk rules my life and how I show up when I'm emotionally triggered? Good question, right? Well, then you might think, well, what does my inner villain want? Does my inner villain have my best interests at heart? Or is my inner villain happy to disrupt my life at will around this? The next question to follow that is, well, why am I listening to my inner villain? How come when something happens, whether it's good or bad, I don't trust my gut, my instinct, and so I'm willing to give away my power? You see, you can have great things going on in your life, but you don't trust it, as well as having things that aren't going so great in your life. So if you already have things that are going great in your life, but you don't feel confident enough to trust it, what are you going to do? You're going to allow the inner villain to manage this piece. Okay, so now let's talk about your inner hero. And you might ask these questions, or maybe I have to prompt you to ask these questions. You're going to think, well, where will my inner hero guide me? And will I make mistakes along the way? And am I okay with that? You know what? Tripping, falling is a fact of life. Getting back up, that's where it's important. Get back up on your feet again. Keep going. Don't give up on you. Well, then you can say, well, can I trust my inner hero? Well, guess what? I get it. You're scared, and that's okay. But I just say, don't let fear stop you from stepping into your own greatness. Again, learn to trust your gut, your instinct. You know your gut has steered you right, but sometimes your heart or your head gets in the way, and you know something is the right thing to do or the right action to take, that the right thing to say, but you don't trust yourself enough, and so you let fear fuel. Not only you have that emotion evoked and fueled, but you're allowing fear to manage this piece. So you don't feel that you are worthy enough to show up in a certain way. You don't feel confident around being able to manage this piece, and you can. And the last question to ask then is, well, am I open to change and willing to pivot if I have to, trusting that my inner hero will get resourceful? Remember, I said that achieving self-awareness means taking time to really getting to know who you are, being open to change because change is inevitable, and then embracing that pivoting may be part of the process. You know why? Because if you allow yourself to pivot, something great could be waiting for you around the corner. So when you say, what am I hoping will happen, and am I brave enough to acknowledge that I can't control everything? Well, you have to be able to say yes. Because like I said, that new connection or that new opportunity could be waiting for you around the corner. But if you don't allow yourself to open your eyes and really trust yourself and see it, you could miss out on something truly life-changing. So it is so important to know who you are feeding so that you can live your life with more confidence and clarity and focus and purpose. Now I'm going live tonight in my VIP group to talk more about the inner villain and the inner hero around this. And I will answer these questions that I just shared with you. And I'll share with you some tips on how to determine who you are listening to and why, and what you can do to flip the script. Now, if you're interested in getting in on this training, then click on the link in the title notes and join my free Facebook group, Manage Your Emotions VIP Academy. As I said, I'm going live tonight. I'll be going on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and ready to help you determine who you are feeding, inner villain or inner hero. And I'll help you to learn to take back your power and make a choice on the rest of your life. So, inner hero or inner villain, it's up to you. And if you want to know how to work through that, join the group. So thanks so much for watching, whether you're on here live or watching it back. I truly appreciate your support. And if you know someone in your life right now who needs to hear this message, please feel free to share this video. Remember, navigate your day with an attitude of gratitude, because with the right mindset, with the right attitude, it will put you in the right mindset for when life happens. And this is going to happen, people, whether it's one time a day or several times a day. I'm Leslie Gaudette, and I'm an empowerment coach. I help my clients achieve self-awareness around their emotions so they can handle the triggers, manage their emotions, and live a more positive life. I hope you have an amazing day. And I hope that you click on the link and join the group so you can get in on this training. Because guess what? If you are feeding your inner villain, you will be stuck in the past, letting this piece rule your life. But if you're brave enough for you and you learn how to not only spot your triggers, but start managing this piece, you will make better decisions on how you show up when emotionally triggered, and you will be allowing your inner hero to rule, to help you master your life. So I hope that was helpful for you today. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate your support. Again, if you are new, I just want to say welcome. And if you are a return listener, I just want to say thank you so much. Welcome back. And I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you tonight. Bye for now.